All right, hey everyone. I'm going to show you the new resident portal. So I have a job already input. It's in scheduling with vendor because the resident had already provided availability. The cool part here, though, is a resident can go back to any of the links that we text them to access a job, no matter what state it's in, to see all the details, any status updates, and all that jazz. Now, again, this is all mobile friendly. It's actually meant to be used from a mobile device. So let's watch what it looks like when the tenant works this thing from their mobile phone. They get a button down here to provide job updates. In this case, we're in scheduling with vendor, but let's say something goes outside the happy path and the resident needs to provide us some type of information that hasn't already been provided, maybe by a service provider. They click that provide update button, and they can do all kinds of things. So the resident can update their availability, which will add more time windows, allowing the service provider to pick additional times. Maybe the service provider contacted the tenant outside of our system or vice versa. They booked their own appointment. The resident then comes back to this screen after the job may be completed, after a service provider has arrived. That resident can then mark the request as completed, in which case we'll go ahead and move to go get the invoice from the service provider. Maybe a service provider showed up, didn't complete the issue, and the resident wants to report that information. They can mark to report an incomplete request. Now, if the resident's doing that, they can let us know a service provider visited, but the issue isn't fixed yet. They can let us know if they had an appointment, but maybe the service provider missed it. All of this gets logged on the work order. It also gets sent to us and the property manager, so everybody has visibility. When I say it gets sent to the property manager, what I mean is it gets logged on the work order and the property manager can see it. It doesn't actually send any like automated communication to the property manager. It sends the automated task to Latchel, so we get visibility on why this thing wasn't completed. Let's go back. The tenant or resident can also add images or files. So if they're taking pictures of things or we request pictures, they can add them here. They can cancel the request, which would automatically notify the service provider if the request gets canceled. They can also just say they need help. So if they can't do something or they need to provide some type of information and they don't want to use any of these buttons that I've gone through already, they can say, I need help. That's time sensitive. We show them the property manager's emergency hotline. So if it's time sensitive or follow up on an emergency, they're going to call through the emergency hotline. If it's not time sensitive, they're going to leave notes here. These create a task for the operations team and get logged on the work order so it's visible to everybody, and then we can adjust from there. Or if needed, reach out to the resident. In addition, the resident has a full dashboard to see all their jobs. So I'm going to actually expand this out. This is, again, the mobile view. They could scroll through it. This is the one screen that's kind of nice when you have a bigger screen because you can see everything laid out. Any jobs requiring action, the tenant's going to see in the far left. This looks the same as the service provider dashboard. Anything scheduled today, they see here. Anything in progress, they see here. And then anything that's done or canceled or completed, they see on the far right. They can go to anything that's been completed or canceled and give us updates there, whether it's I need help or reopening a task. So anything incompleted, they can reopen if the issue comes back. Let's go back to that dashboard. Anything in progress that doesn't require their action, again, they can provide full updates on. Right. So at any point, both the service provider and the resident can use these screens and use that dashboard to update us on what's happening, and it'll automatically put that job into the right status. So what we're going to do going forward is really lean on the residents using their dashboard to give us information and move things along so that it's shared with everyone and nothing's done in like a siloed manner that would prevent communication from going out to anybody else. Super powerful tool. I'm really excited about this. I think it's really going to improve the resident experience since they can see statuses on everything now. And if they have questions, they can use that need help button. And of course, we're just extending the functionality for the service provider as well. Thanks, everybody.